Hey folks, Dr. Rob Jones here, heydrrob.com. If you've been following previous videos, again, we've been talking about, I'm trying to categorize for you the types of back pain we're going to get. Flexion intolerance is what we've been talking about. Flexion intolerance, you've been bending too much. Your spine has been leaving lordosis. You're breaking down the ligaments in your spine. You've been breaking down the back of the disc. The disc is not quite bulging yet, but the ligament that holds the disc in place is getting stressed. So you're getting pain when you sit. You're getting pain when you bend. When you come out of lordosis, pain goes over. When you come into lordosis, out of flexion, pain gets better. So again, let's recap. Again, Protect Your Back 101 here, okay? This is all in my book, but a quick synopsis. Number one, to prevent this, keep lordosis, okay? Always in lordosis. We know when we sit, okay? Sit with lordosis, okay? And what do we do with that? What we did was we used a towel, okay? Or we used a prop or a pillow or whatever. If you saw my video, I was at home with that ugly pillow behind me, and you remember, you want to put that towel or pillow at the PSIS, okay? The PSIS, again, are these bones down here, because those bones will help push the pelvis forward to prop you up into lordosis. If you go up here, you're probably not going to get the lower two discs, which are the most commonly damaged, L4-5 and L5-S1. So again, PSIS prop. Number two, when you bend, we don't want to round, okay? We have to avoid this position, okay? You're very unhappy in this position. Well, he looks a little bit more mad. Oh, there we go. Poor guy, whatever he is, he's not happy. Okay, so instead of doing that, we are gonna hip hinge, right? When in doubt, stick the butt out, okay? Happy right there. Well, maybe that's a little more happy. There we go, okay? So we have hip hinge. Okay, so again, moving through the hips this way. Another way we can move is like a golfer. Kick that leg back to pick things up, okay? Golfer's bend. Okay, another thing we can do is we can do a lunge, where I'm not going to attempt to draw this because that's the extent of my art skill there, okay? Lunge to get down to get something, okay? It's very simple, okay? If we use these movements, pain will start to go away because you're not picking the proverbial scab. You're not irritating the spine every time you do these things. And typically we're moving hundreds of times throughout the day. So if you move like this, again, not like that, you're gonna start having less problem just by stopping the motions. Okay, so that's number one, movement, removing the insult, okay. So, we also have getting out of bed. And on and off the couch. And then sit to stand. And then stand to sit. Again, it's kind of a broken record here, but keeping lordosis. Okay, so these are our basic movements, or ADLs, what we call activities of daily living. So if your ADLs, or your activities of daily living, are in lordosis, and you follow that list, you're going to start having less pain. Number two, we have to learn to stop doing the bad exercise. Okay. Backbreakers, that's why we're going to do them in red here. What are the backbreakers? Anything that takes us out of lordosis, we cut out. When your fitness instructor, when your celebrity DVD that you watch for exercise says, let's press that low back into the ground and let's pull our belly button back towards the spine. We're not going to do that, right? Because we know we have to keep in lordosis and we have to brace here. Okay, so number one, we're going to brace properly, okay? And like we did on previous videos, when you brace properly, what you are doing is you're tensioning all the way around here so that spine is locked in lordosis. We're pushing outward, just like when we coughed. We're tightening up all the way around. Give yourself a periodic little tap. When you're walking, you should have about 10 to 15% of a core brace, okay? Just a little bit of tone. You don't need to walk around like, you know, somebody's gonna punch you, but just 10 to 15%. As the load increases, your bracing increases. Okay? So if you have to pick up your son or daughter and they're 2 or 3 and they're saying, Mommy, Daddy, I want to get in the car, I'm hungry or whatever, and you have to lift them up to do something, don't just scoop them up. Push your hips back, brace, pick them up. If you've got a heavy object to lift at work, at the gym, at home, you're digging a hole, brace even harder, okay? In accordance to the task is how much we brace. Number 2, we are not doing backbreakers like sit-ups. It's my number 1 backbreaker. We are not doing crunches, okay? We are not doing Russian twists. We are not doing seated crunches on those horrible machines at the gym that twist the spine and flex the spine, okay? If you get into my book, or you get on my website, I've got a whole list of backbreakers. I'm not gonna write them out here because it's gonna be horribly boring for you. Okay, that's number 2. We avoid the backbreakers. Number 3, let's do these in green. If we move Mr. Spine out of the way here, what we're gonna do is start to learn how to work the core properly. And what does that involve? That involves a marker that works properly, so that's going into the trash. Let's try blue. So, we want to brace properly like we just talked about. We want to stay in lordosis for all of our exercise like we previously talked about. And then let's start with the basic bird dog. Okay? Remember, opposite arm and leg with a brace, okay? Until we get tired, don't exhaust yourself, because if you exhaust yourself, you're not going to be able to keep yourself in lordosis. Then we go into the bear, okay? Again, bracing, finding that nice lordosis with both of these motions. Then we want to use the glutes to move us in the glute bridge, okay? Because the glutes are our main movement muscles for the lower body, okay? If we work these 3 exercises, avoid this, do all this with activities of daily living, you can get out of pain without having to go see your physical therapist or your chiropractor or your doctor. You can get off medication because you won't have a reason for your back to hurt. And then our last thing is just proper stretching, not bending over to touch your toes. We're gonna properly stretch our hamstrings, quads, glutes, and psoas, or hip flexors. There we go. Writing that quick because you probably don't really care that much. Okay, anyways, follow these 3 things, back starts getting better. It is that simple. I'm a back pain sufferer, I follow these rules, I typically don't have pain. So again, hope you liked this video, hope it was informative, hope it gets you out of pain. Tell somebody about it. Tell a family member, a friend, a coworker that has pain, and help them get out of pain. Check me out on all the socials at Hey Dr. Rob. Check out our website, heydrrob.com. Check out my book, Protect Your Back 101, that has a whole boatload of core exercises and stretching to that are safe. None of the backbreakers are in there. And again, don't forget to protect your back.